I kept trying to hide myself from being seen by people, man. I was literally the kid who would literally hide when there were social events at school to go and watch Netflix in the bathroom. Every single time I'd find myself in this awkward mess where maybe it's either my friends would be somewhere else or they wouldn't even be with me in these public settings with so many other people from different classes, just all of them in their own friend groups, and I'm just there standing all alone feeling awkward. I couldn't stand it so much to the point where I would literally just go and hide myself inside of that bathroom. School bathroom, like I remember there's this theater area by my school, just for me to somehow find a way to hide from being seen by people. Because I used to think that the spotlight was completely on me. It was so bad, the fear of judgment I had at this time. Honestly, dude. Now, excuse me, because I had shame, bro. I had an attraction. That was the main reason why this was happening. I was not as attractive back then as I am right now because I remember I was skinny, I didn't work out, I wasn't doing much stuff for my health besides playing sports like basketball or soccer, whatever the schools offered, which was good for me. But I had shame, and guess why? It was because I was always going home and masturbating whilst watching pornography. And every single time I do that, bro, not only would it just, excuse me, destroy my dopamine levels, overstimulate my brain, and make me feel like a monkey, even more of a monkey for the rest of the day. Especially when I'd wake up early in the morning to do this before school, bro. It would just leave me with this shame I was carrying, this anxiety I was carrying in my body language because I was so used to flipping like fapping in the dark in my room, trying not to be loud so my parents don't hear what I'm doing, trying to literally purposefully keep the volume of my phone low so they literally do not hear me, like just fapping like the little monkey, the goblin that I was in my room. So of course when I'd go to school and I'd go to these public places where people are literally just moving around, it would feel like everybody is watching me. I would just feel like, do people know what I did? Do people know that I fap? You know? And I'd be carrying myself in this brushed off manner. Always not even breathing fully. I wouldn't be allowing myself to actually breathe properly because it's like I didn't want to take up space. Yeah, I was such a little... And even the way I'd be getting treated by people, bro, it just wasn't as good. Honestly. About this, it's unoptimized low testosterone levels that cause a man to act like this either way, you know. When he's not breathing fully. When your testosterone is low, bro, of course you just flipping feel like you don't even want to be a man. You don't even feel like you want to exist. So the only thing you can actually do is to optimize it. Because when you optimize it, bro, you literally, I believe that when you increase your testosterone levels, you increase your attraction to girls automatically. I remember back then, whenever I'd even get like those little amounts of interactions with the girls in my class, like women, I would always flipping pedestalize the crap out of them, and I would always just feel like girls were like this glorious thing. Because first of all, I was too scared to even like approach them or say anything to them or interact with them on my own initiative because of how much shame I had, because I was so used to flipping watching porn. So it's like my whole mindset was messed up. Another thing was, every time they would speak to me, I would get extremely, extremely tense, extremely anxious. So yeah, bro, first way you optimize your testosterone is through resistance training. I was not resistance training back then. Resistance training is the same thing as lifting weights, any sort of weight, or doing calisthenics. To grow your muscles, you can do it heavy, you can do it lighter, moderate weights. This basically trains your muscles to go through some sort of like damage, and then you go through muscle protein synthesis. They grow back bigger and stronger. Usually when you lift weights, bro, it increases testosterone. Like, I'm not even going to try and get too scientific here. We already know that this is what happens to the human body. We already know that you should be going to the gym, you should be lifting weights if you want to become more jacked, you want to become more attractive. It will also increase your testosterone because as you build more muscle, obviously you get this positive feedback loop. And even whilst your resistance training, it's like you just keep on boosting your testosterone levels over time. So it's like this general increase. You know, we can't lie about this, but of course, people who have high levels of testosterone usually have a lot of muscle mass as well, because testosterone increases the way you build muscle. That's obvious. Another thing is fixing your diet. And when I say diet fix, you don't need to do anything crazy. All you need to do is stop eating the soft, highly processed, artificial garbage. What do I mean by this? Stop drinking those things, first of all. Stop drinking the juices, the Coke, the Fanta. Stop eating the McDonald's. Stop eating the donuts. Stop eating the Doritos, the chips, the snacks, the sweets, the chocolates. Stop having all of those things that are just made to keep you addicted to eating them and binge eating them. Even if you're skinny, bro, stop eating them, because I used to eat these things all the time. They decrease your testosterone. They genuinely keep your testosterone levels lower than they should. The ingredients that these things are made out of, bro, these are things that are probably even lowering people's life expectancies. Especially men, because they just can't even produce enough sperm. The ingredients, like, have you ever looked at the ingredients list of your flipping Coke, like the Coke you always drink, even if it says no sugar? Have you looked at the ingredients list of the chocolates? It's crazy, bro. Those ingredients are things that are not even supposed to be getting in our bodies. They endocrine disrupt the body. I've stopped having these. I've even only stopped. I literally also started drinking only water like 3 years ago, bro. Almost 3 years ago. And I'm telling you, I am the healthiest I've ever been. I only drink water. I don't, not even 100% orange juice, because it's a scam. That stuff doesn't even taste better than the actual orange juice you squeeze out from the orange itself, which is actually 100% orange juice, right? It's the ingredients that they put in there that these companies want to make more profit by, because it's more palatable to the average peasant's mouth. So you'll be addicted to buying it over and over again. So stop falling for this crap, bro. Intentional sunlight exposure is another one. This one increases your testosterone levels, because when you especially allow all of your skin cells, like you allow as much skin as possible to be exposed to the sun for even 10 minutes minimum per day, depending on your melatonin and how like black or your skin you are, the UV that comes in contact with your skin will actually help your body to produce vitamin D. And vitamin D is like a hormone, but it's a nutrient that actually increases your sperm production. It basically increases your testosterone. That's why the athletes, the people who spend a lot of time under the sun, they are usually healthier than the people who don't spend a lot of time under the sun. Like, you don't have to worry about getting cancer. Don't listen to people. Don't put on sunscreen. I hope you're not doing that shit, you retard. Don't put sunscreen. Obviously, if you are very light skinned, then you have to spend less time under the sun, because you're gonna get burnt. But basically, spend as much time as you can, under the sun without getting burnt. If you're brown like me, you're black, this can probably be like a very long time, way more than you think, and it helps, bro. You feel the boost. Let me get water. Hold on. Another thing, sleep properly, bro. Fix your sleep. You can't be doing this thing of staying up and waking up whenever you want. You need to be making sure you are listening to the rules. Sleep 8 hours or above every day. And try to always sleep at the same time, roughly, and also wake up at the same time, roughly. No longer this thing of randomly waking up midnight so you can fap or something like that, because I'm telling you, bro, that stuff, it ruins you. Like, literally, when you literally go one night without even sleeping once, like you purposefully try to stay up, you will wake up the next day and your testosterone levels will literally be cut in half. Trust me, I felt this before. You literally wake up and, yeah, bro, and it's true, it's literally on a steady, I forgot what it is, but like your testosterone levels are literally halved when they drop by like 50% or something when you don't even sleep for one night. Because when you sleep, bro, that is when the testosterone increase, the majority of it is happening. Because your body is building itself, it's repairing and everything, adapting. So you need to sleep, bro, because the more you sleep, the more testosterone your body gets to produce during your deep sleep. Because sleeping is not just being in bed and not sleeping, right? Because when you get in those deep sleep cycles, when you have dreams and stuff, your body actually makes testosterone. That's what actually happens. So you need to make sure you fix your sleep. Take it seriously, bro. Stop trying to be like these retard friends of yours who play video games all night and then that they're laughing at you if you say that you want to sleep at 8 p.m. But they always laugh at me for saying that I sleep at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. But then they are the ones who are flipping sleep deprived, they can't even perform as well physically. They wonder why they can't be consistent with the gym. They wonder why they have this ADHD every single day. They can't even focus. Sleep, bro. Sleep. Last now is actually cholesterol and fats. Now, I know cholesterol, you might have heard of it and you might think it's a bad thing because it's what gives heart disease. Well, the good cholesterol that you get from your eggs, your butter, your pure butter, that's actually what literally helps your body to produce testosterone. Because testosterone is made from cholesterol, that cholesterol. And if you don't have enough of it, bro, you simply don't even have enough testosterone. Fats also are basically the lipids in your body that your body also uses to make hormones, including testosterone, especially saturated fats. Make sure you are not afraid to have these. Because I know you might be thinking, fats make you fat. Fat doesn't make you fat, bro. The ones that come from meat, the ones that come from, actual healthy things like eggs. Make sure you are having like 4 eggs minimum, as many days as you can per day, Have it with butter. Like, preferably try to make your eggs with butter, not seed oils. And whenever you can, don't have seed oils being made with like whatever they're cooking for you or something. Well, if you live with your parents, it's fine. Try your best to have butter though, because you need those cholesterol, you need the fats, even from things like nuts that have fat. It's not bad for you. Obviously, I'm not saying go and eat the junk food that have like a lot of the fats, but make sure you're having even meat like saturated fatty meats like steak and things, not only chicken, because they have fat, and that's good for you. Besides that, you better apply this because this will increase your testosterone levels, change your attraction. You're gonna stop being like me who used to hide himself. And yeah, I'll see you.